Hey guys, and welcome! This week's news update will be one day earlier than usual, and I actually wanted to skip it entirely, but during the weekend we had some interesting finds on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, and of course I want to share them with you. In the background you'll see some good old Battlefield 3 single-player material this time, simply because it fits the topic and because I like the campaign and replay it right now. But now, let's get into the news. And the first topic is what I think the most interesting one, because since Saturday there is a rumor going around the Battlefield community based on a tweet by Danny on PC. Danny had recognized that Marcus Lehto, who is supposed to be the one responsible for the single-player campaign of the next Battlefield, has removed all references to the franchise and to EA from his profile. And he did that not only on X, but also on other social media platforms like Facebook. Additionally, it seems like there is not a single job opening for Ridgeline Games, the Seattle-based studio behind Lehto, that he had found only 2 years ago. And this leaves a lot of room for speculations whether Marcus Lehto has left EA and Ridgeline Games and someone else is in charge now, or whether the studio might get shut down entirely, with the consequence that either DICE or Ripple Effect have to take over and develop the campaign in addition to their actual parts of the game, which would be the multiplayer for DICE and a completely new experience we don't know anything about yet for Ripple Effect. And I'm pretty sure they have enough work with this and don't need an additional task. Or, and this would be the worst case, at least in my opinion, we will not see a single-player campaign at all in the next Battlefield and they had to scrap what they've been working on for whatever reason. But when looking at one of Lehto's latest posts on X, there is a picture that he had shared earlier this month with the Ridgeline team enjoying breakfast together. And that doesn't give the impression that there are any problems. But then again, with the recent wave of studios shutting down and publishers firing developers, it wouldn't be a surprise if one of EA's studios would be hit by this as well. Especially with 3 studios working on Battlefield, a franchise that hasn't been as successful during the last few years as it probably should be. But like I said at the beginning, this is pure speculation based on Danny's findings and it hasn't been confirmed yet. Not by EA or Ridgeline Games and not by Marcus Lehto himself. As for the campaign, it could also mean nothing and all is going well, just under a different lead, but I would definitely be disappointed if the next game comes without a single player campaign again and they had to scrap what they've been working on. I know for some players it's not important and they don't touch the story even when it exists, but I think it plays an important part in connecting players to the game and to its narrative and to introduce them to the world they will be spending loads of hours in as soldiers in multiplayer. Depending on the setting, it might also give them the chance to get to know different characters that they might be able to play themselves in multiplayer later on. It surely is only a small part of the game, especially when it comes to the time we spend in these single-player campaigns, but it's nevertheless an important part. And I think Battlefield 2042 is a good example here. If this game would have a campaign that introduces players to the lore and the narrative, people would be a lot more interested in the world and its backstory. But with a very loose presentation of the narrative we have in 2042, there's barely anyone who's really interested in learning about it. And reading through codex entries and archives on the Battlefield website, as interesting as they might be, is definitely not the best way to present a backstory of the conflicts or the specialists. And then, as a contrasting example, Battlefield Bad Company, on the other hand, is remembered by so many fans of the franchise for its unique and remarkable single-player campaign. The multiplayer was okay as well, but it was nothing that would have made the first title of the sub-series so successful. It was the campaign and its different approach that made it so memorable. The well-written characters, the jokes, the funny interactions. Even now, more than 15 years after its initial release, you can still upload clips from the campaign and people enjoy them and have good memories connected to them. That's what a good single-player campaign can do. It can easily carry a whole game and make it unique and memorable if it is done right. And when it's connected to a great multiplayer experience, it's even better. But that's just my 2 cents to this topic. Like I said before, it's not confirmed yet, but it looks like Marcus Lehto is out of this, for whatever reason. Let's just hope the campaign is still alive and well. Next up, we have a little preview for one of the changes we can expect alongside update 6.4 on Wednesday. If you haven't seen the patch notes yet or watched my video where I sum up the most important changes of them, be sure to click the link in the info box to be up to date. However, one of the changes that is being made is a new feature for the HUD of vehicle gunners. This will introduce 2 different options you can enable in the settings to make the direction your gunner is aiming at a bit more clear. The option is called Helicopter Gunner View and will be available as default, which is the Battlefield 2042 standard HUD with the weapon barrel showing the gunner's direction. And the second option is Legacy, that is inspired by old titles like Battlefield 4 and shows the gunner's pitch and jaw while using an animated triangle inside a larger rectangular box. A third option allows you to use both features together as shown in the picture. Huge thanks to community manager Kevin Johnson here for showcasing the change and making it a bit more clear what we can expect from it. For the rest of the changes, be sure to check out the video in the info box. It's not much and a fairly small update, but still comes with some interesting improvements. And then we already have week 2 of the current Arkangel event that will start tomorrow as part of the weekly rotation. It adds 3 new unlockable cosmetics to the game, so don't forget to unlock the ones from the first week if you haven't done yet. And these are a weapon charm that can be claimed after earning 10 ribbons, another XP boost for 30 ribbons, and a weapon skin for the PBX for 60 ribbons. One little correction here that I had wrong in my last video. This time you cannot earn the ribbons for these event unlocks in all official modes or in solo matches against AI. This time you can only earn them while playing the event mode Control. I thought it would work in all modes because it's been like this for the last few events, but apparently they changed it this time. So you have to stick to Control. Over at the item store, there should still be the Arkangel bundle available with the legendary specialist set for Liz, weapon skins for the SFAR, M5A3, G57 and SWS, a vehicle skin for the Wildcat, a weapon charm, a headgear for Falk, a 3-hour XP boost and 2 player card backgrounds. The 2 additional bundles, Ascendant Weapon and Ascendant Warrior, have been removed and there is only the Arkangel bundle available now. Apparently the other 2 bundles I had shown in last week's video were up in the store by mistake. Which totally makes sense because the Ascendant Weapon bundle had all of the cosmetics you can unlock with ribbons during the event, and the Ascendant Warrior bundle included all of the items that are also available in the full Arkangel bundle. However, this full bundle also includes all of the cosmetic items that were available as unlockable rewards when the event made its first run during Season 5, so if you missed out on them back then, this might be interesting for you. If you unlocked all of these cosmetics on the other hand, the bundle will be a lot cheaper. The event will run for another week and then we might see some news to Season 7 or another event. We don't know yet. As for the modes you can expect to see tomorrow, there's Rush XL that you can access through the Rush tab, and over in Portal it's Tank Superiority and Team Gunmaster 2042. Tank Superiority is solely focused on ground vehicles and Gunmaster lets you progress through a series of weapons and whoever manages to get a kill with the last weapon wins the match. On Friday we will see a new Friday Night Battlefield experience and the start of another double XP weekend that will run until Monday, March 4th. So if you just started playing and wanna unlock weapons a bit faster or climb the ranks, be sure to hop on during these days. And at the end, as usual, I have 2 indie game recommendations for you, only this time it's not full games but demos instead. Both are available on Steam and will keep you busy for around 1 hour per title. The first one is Chasmal Fear that I had already included in my 2024 shooter games preview. This is an action horror shooter in body cam perspective that reminds me on a mix of Dead Space and Doom 3. It takes you to a hidden underwater facility where some risky experiments have gone horribly wrong and caused the crew to mutate into some kind of zombies. You have to manage limited health and ammunition, make decisions that affect your playthrough, and survive monsters that get stronger and stronger. It has a great atmosphere and sound design, and I was actually surprised about it when I played the demo during Steam Next Fest. Luckily, it's still available, so I can highly recommend to check it out and wishlist if you enjoy it. And the second game is Anger Foot, a bit more unconventional approach towards a first-person shooter. It's published by Devolver Digital, and if you know them, you might also not be surprised about the unique setting of the game. Anger Foot is a colorful, fast-paced action shooter where you have to kick doors and asses and pick up weapons with limited ammo to make your way through the different levels as fast as possible. The sound design, animations, and hilarious encounters with enemies makes this game stand out from the competition and is definitely one to watch and to try out. And that was it for today, your usual overview of what's going on in and around Battlefield 2042 at the moment. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching and thanks to my members for the additional support. I'm Catwoman and you are awesome.